Hello, everyone. It is a true testament to the hard work and leadership of the McGuinty government that we have three outstanding candidates running tonight. But it is my honor and privilege to nominate my friend Charles Finlay, who I believe will not only lead our party and our values to victory during the by-election, but will be a fantastic MPP for St. Paul's. I support Charles Finlay because he has a deep social conscience. He's demonstrated that through his work with the Canadian Mental Health Association and the Gerstein Institute. He's worked with prisoners, helped them rehabilitate into society to be contributing citizens. His experience being a business journalist and his knowledge of the private sector will be vital in this by-election because all of us are concerned about a very, very uncertain economy. As an accomplished lawyer, he will be able to articulate our liberal message and values not only to St. Paul's residents, but to everyone in Ontario who will be watching us. I've seen how he listens to people in St. Paul's because he was raised here and he's lived here. He's been our treasurer of our local riding association. And I've seen him listen to people at the door. From a mom in Deer Park who wants our public education system renewed, to a resident in Summerhill who wants shorter waiting times in our hospitals, to a parent in Hillcrest who wants to leave a greener and cleaner planet to our children. He's there advocating for us already. He will do that at Queen's Park. Fellow Liberals, I believe that because of all those reasons and more, St. Paul's must remain Liberal. Charles Finlay is the candidate who will not only win St. Paul's for us, but continue a strong legacy and tradition of great, strong leadership for St. Paul's.
Thank you. I want to first thank all of those, too many to name, who have contributed their talents, their time, and their enthusiasm to all the candidates' campaigns. I want also to thank both Judith and Eric. I have spent time with both Judith and Eric over the course of this campaign, and I am honored to be sharing this process with them. Fellow Liberals, let us be clear. We cannot take this riding for granted. It will be a fight, a hard and a tough fight to keep St. Paul's Liberal in this by-election and in the next provincial election. I am prepared to do what it takes to bring commitment and energy, to be an activist on the important issues that are affecting all of the constituents of this riding. I am prepared to work tirelessly to make absolutely sure that St. Paul's stays and remains bright, liberal. This is the legacy that I will defend. It's my friend Michael Bryant's legacy. Michael Bryant, who has worked with Carolyn Bennett, and together they have made this riding proud for over 10 years. I have seen Michael Bryant's commitment firsthand, and I intend to continue it. Let me tell you where my commitment comes from. I am the son of a parish priest who built a church community by going door to door, kind of like canvassing. It was her commitment to helping others that taught me about the importance of community and our obligation to take care of our neighbors. So I have spent a lot of time working with those who live at the margins of society, those with mental illness, working with the Gerstein Center, the Canadian Mental Health Association, prisoners, working with the Mennonite Central Committee, and circles of support and accountability. What this work has taught me is that as Ontario moves through the challenging times that we're going through, we must not leave anyone behind. I have seen firsthand the suffering of individuals who have not shared in Ontario's prosperity. As Liberals, under our Premier Dalton McGuinty, we recognize our moral obligation to ensure that no one is left behind. We recognize government's critical role in lifting up those who are sick, those who are unemployed, and those who are new to our community. As Liberals under Premier Dalton McGuinty, we know that prosperity is only good if it is shared. But the only way that we can uphold our strong Liberal values and protect our high standard of living in Ontario is if our province is prosperous. As I've been going door to door over the last several weeks, I have heard firsthand from many people across this riding who have been hit hard by this downturn. I've listened to what they've told me. I listened to a young woman just a week ago that lives in our riding in one of the many large apartment buildings. I met her at the door. I was canvassing. She told me about a terrible illness that she suffers from and her reliance on our healthcare system. She confided in me that she doesn't know how she will make ends meet in the months ahead. She told me of her anxiety, but she told me also of her hope for the future. Now, our government in Queen's Park is on top of the changes that are taking place in our economy and in our society. Dalton McGuinty and his team have the plan, the vision, and the drive to get us through this difficult time and into a new prosperity with a high-value, knowledge-based economy that leaves no one behind and protects the environment for generations to come. My role as your MPP will be to ensure that we share fully in this turnaround and the good things that flow from it. I want to be your MPP, to be your advocate for benefits like better protection for tenants, better long-term care for seniors, better transit solutions, better schools, more affordable housing, all of them right here in our riding of St. Paul's. Ladies and gentlemen, this by-election is about making sure that Tim Hudak and his Mike Harris Conservatives do not use our community to build momentum for another one of their disastrous right-wing experiments. Make no mistake, they will do everything they can to take this riding back, but we will not let that happen. There is a new political energy in this riding. New people are joining our riding who have built and sustained the great Liberal traditions of Carolyn Bennett and Michael Bryant. I am proud to be the candidate of so many new McGuinty Liberals in St. Paul's. If we work hard around the clock, if we bring to this by-election campaign all of our enthusiasm and our skill and our strength, our Liberal Party will once again win St. Paul's. I ask for your support so that we might face this challenge together with energy, determination, and optimism. I ask for your help to win our riding of St. Paul's for our Liberal Party.